Chapter 1, Section 1, this is SI measurement, apprentice level. So in this video we're going to talk about the basics of the SI system, or is commonly referred to as the metric system. So first of all, the SI system, it's actually French, and it stands for Système, there you go, International. And there we go. So when it comes to units of length, the four most common ones that are used are, of course, the meter, abbreviated as M, the kilometer, or is often pronounced kilometer, centimeter, and millimeter. Okay. There are several others, but in terms of everyday use, these four are by far the most common. And the nice thing about this system of measuring things, the SI system that is all of the units in relationship to each other, it's all about multiples of 10, which is really, really nice, because if you have to do a conversion within the metric system, very often all you have to do is either multiply or divide by one or more factors of 10, which mentally is quite simple to do. So let's do some basic conversions. We have 1 meter equal to 100 centimeters. So that's just two factors of 10, but that is also equivalent to 1,000 millimeters, so three factors of 10. 1 kilometer, that is 1,000 meters, and 1 centimeter is 10 millimeters. So these are some basic metric system conversions that you would be expected to memorize. So let's use them to do a few more. So if you have 1.5 meters or 1.5 meters in centimeters, it's quite simple. It's just 150. Or in millimeters, that would be 1,500 or 1,500. 2.3 kilometers would be 2,300 meters. And finally, 8.1 centimeters, that is 81 millimeters. So that should be pretty straightforward. All right, below we have a couple of metric rulers here. We just want to state the measurement indicated by the black arrow. So it says centimeters, so that means from 0 to 1, that is 1 centimeter, which means each of these little increments here, because there's 10 of them, each must be 1 millimeter. So the arrow is here right on the 1, so in centimeters, that would be 1, but I could actually say more precisely 1.0. All right, fix that. And of course, that is just 10 millimeters. The next one, 1, and it is on the 7th increment, so this is 1.7 centimeters, which of course is just 17 millimeters. So that's pretty easy. Now finally we have 5 different measurements, and they're all given in different units, but all still within the SI system. And we just want to put them in order from least to greatest, so smallest to biggest. Now it's important to know, of course, which unit you're working with, because that makes all the difference in the world. So because they're all different, okay, you could still do this mentally, but what you can do, what you might want to try, is at least do some conversions and express them all in the same unit. It's really up to you. I'm going to work with meters, because that's kind of the standard one anyway. So this is already in meters. I'm not even going to change that. 5.24 kilometers is 5,240 meters. 4.5 centimeters. Okay, well I know that there are 100 centimeters in a meter, or said differently, I know that 1 centimeter is 1/100th of a meter. So I have 4.5 of those. So that would be 0.045 meters. And 0.16 kilometers, well that's pretty simple. That just gives me 160 meters, and 63 millimeters in meters, that would be, that's just 6.3 centimeters. And there we go. All right, so now we can clearly see which is the smallest. which would be this one. So I'm going to express it, though, in its original unit. So this would be 4.5 centimeters. That's the smallest. The next one would be the 63 millimeters, or 6.3 centimeters, same thing. And I'll leave that in millimeters. And the next one was the first one, so that is 3.1 meters. And the next one is 0.16 kilometers. And then lastly, 5.24 kilometers. There we are.